Hello everyone and welcome back to Test Realm. I just want to make sure you guys know I will not be covering the pre-quests between the one that came out in spring and the one that has came out in summer. I am not at that point yet. I'm almost there, but I took a little break because it was just Carmela was just not my style. So I'm over where you go into the facility to go to the ending of that world. I will not be covering that. If you want to see that, there will be other people that are going to cover it. Go check that out. But if not, I'm going to be covering the smaller things and the more important things besides the pre-quest. So, I just wanted to cover that between me and you, okay? So, my main things I'm going to focus on is possibly, I don't know if they updated this yet, but there should be one new spell per school, if I remember correctly. Then I also want to relook at something that I saw that I kind of poked my head at, which is the social media thing. So I'm curious on how this works. Is it a permanent thing or is it like a temporary thing? Like if you log out, like the main host logs out, everybody gets kicked out, or is it permanent? The only reason why I'm asking is because of this. So basically, if you have you and 3 others, you can add through this. Because if there's pages, you should be able to access different pages of who is online and access that, and that is your party without having to ask them to go into the party. I hope that is the case. Because at that point, it's like a pre-guild system. I might have to cut some things out. I'm not sure. Normally I don't. But if this takes forever, I'm going to have to cut it out. Nope. Okay. But yeah, if that is the case, that's going to be really cool. So, Storm. There's also something that was edited and modified and had an audit. So, Thunder Man, huh? So they finally got their Storm snowman. I know that Storm and Ice were supposed to get a hit into a bubble, but I don't exactly know which ones they are. Okay, I see you. I may cut out some things when it comes down to like having to jump from school to school. If not, depends on how long they load. I want to ask a question for all the fires that are going to watch this. Would you rather hit with this, or would you rather hit with Dragon? Because this is like an early stage Dragon hit. Isn't Dragon like... I don't know if I have it or not. I do not have Dragon. Wait, what the hell? What is that? What is all these different PvP things? I don't understand on what the... What are these little diamond things? Are they on my other spells? No, they're only on TCs. I'm curious on what those are for. Command golem minion to taunt for 150. I don't know what that means. If that's a taunt, it's either taunt or die for 0 pips. If they kill themselves for 0 pips and you heal for 150, that's kind of broken. Not gonna lie. Finally! Oh, they got what they needed. Finally. Thank you. Oh my god, that is so good. I gotta look at that again. For 3 pips, you heal for 55 and you heal for more over time. Thank you. Oh my god. Like I was saying, there should be one audit that I want to look at. And it's a TC that it's on the balance thing. It's a balance move. I don't exactly remember which one it was, but I'll notice when I get the chance. What? Monster Mash is becoming... Okay. And yes, I do understand. It does not have Begool. I think they're removing Begool because it was very OP in PvP. But I think if I'm reading this correctly, it says to hit for 520, and then if the monster has a negative charm on them, you hit for 190. I'm going to say this now. This needs to be nerfed. Just a tiny bit. And I'll explain why. For 6 pips, as a learnable spell, for 6 pips, you are doing 700 damage. And since I'm having a feeling Monster Mash, because it was told it was getting a Spellment path. If it's getting a Spellment path, this needs to be nerfed. Because, yeah. And only because this is Test Realm, I cannot actually learn that. That is actually impossible to learn as a secondary. You need Infection. I was going to see the Spellment path. Damn it. But let's just say this. Let's just say if it does more damage for the first hit, and it also increases the second hit, you're almost doing 1,000 damage as a level 45. And you're doing it for 6 pips. Of course. When doesn't this need to be freaking... Yeah, I'm done. Oh, wish list. Okay, so I'm confused. As public, friends only in private. I might keep it as public, to be honest. But the problem is, if it's public and you get it for your friend, what? How and why would that even be useful? Because you can't gift without it being a friend, anyways. Unless they're making it so you don't need to be friends if you have it as public. King's out. Oh! King's Isle, Bundle of Fun is not considered an Empyrean airship. And Astrologer's Horde Pack is now called a bundle of fun. I'm confused. Okay, so it fixes it here. But it's still the same. Alright, are we able to go here? Thank you. Why I had this strong feeling I'm gonna be disappointed with the balance shit again? Oh? What are you doing here? What are these guys doing here? I need to check back over in the Oasis now. These guys are never here. I'm having a feeling they're working on a revamp. Thank you. Here's the thing. I want to talk about this for a second. So, I'm not super disappointed. Because, but at the same time, it's doing 375. Like, I'm questioning it. Just a little bit. Because, hear me out. Ready? Monster Mash is doing 500. And I think it was 575 or something like that. Plus, if the monster has a weakness or some kind of thing on there, it's doing another 175 or 100 or whatever. Just rounding it up to 175. You're doing already 700-ish damage. Why? Because they're trying to balance out balance and death in DPP. If you don't know what DPP is, it's damage per pip. A weakness is 1 pip. And if I were to gain that 100 back, I'm doing 475. Where for 6 pips, it's Monster Mash is doing 700-ish to 750. Why don't you just give us a fucking blade? That's our whole moral, right? It's not due to weaknesses. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because I'm going to say this again. I say this in every goddamn audit. This spell right here, guys, right here, is doing 955. In order for me to pull, or any balance to pull off their Scion, needs 6 blades. The moment a balance, yes, a balance, has the hardest Scion to pull off. And I'm going to explain this why. As a balance, if you get any weakness, even just 2, so that means a negative 25 and a negative 45, you are basically screwed and you will have to start over. A negative 25 is fine, but the moment you get weakness stacked in PvP, you are unable to pull off the balance of Scion. Or Scion of Balance. I call it both. Because a balance blade is unable to be casted naturally. Meaning because we rely on our balance blade as our hitter. A Scion of Balance is easy to pull off if you have, guess what? These right here. You only need 2. But the problem is, for us to do our more damage spell, part of it, you need to stack your balance blades. Because these aren't used. They get removed. But for us to do more damage, and also on top of everything, if you want to use it in PvE, to get for as a boss killer, if the boss weakness stacks us, we have to start over. Because any kind of hit, it could be a wand hit, it could be a normal hit, it could be a scarab, it doesn't matter. All of our blades are removed on top of the weaknesses. Why is balance the only school that gets screwed over with weaknesses? Where's our weakness remover? Storm gets their weakness remover as a wand hit, or the spell they have, or anything in that nature. Every other class can use something that's not their school, meaning the wand hit for Shadow, when you get Shadow wand hits, that's basically everything. Balance is the only school that has no weakness remover. If they were to give us a spell that gives us a blade, we wouldn't mind removing it. I have spoken to so many other balances, and they're so pissed off that they will not give us one. Even if it's a hit that just hits for like 300, a 5-pip spell, and just start over. Because the Scion is basically useless. People literally say sometimes the balanced Scion is the second worst Scion because it's so hard to get a big hit out of it. It's not the hardest to pull off, but it is the weakest hitter because it's so hard to get a good hit out of it. But yeah, the most useless Scion is, of course, the life one, but the worst hitting one is the balanced Scion. Oh? Of course. Of fucking course. The what I was thinking it was gonna happen. So that would mean every other one has a goddamn spell writing tears. So that means balance got screwed again. Just remove the freaking weakness and give us a goddamn blade. I don't even care if they didn't increase the damage. Just give me a fucking blade. Just give me a blade. Please. I don't care. Alright, so I was told to look at the to go to the library. But first things first, I want to look at the Oasis. Do you have more people wandering? Yes, we do. Another wanderer. I don't think that was there before. Were they there wandering before? Alright, I wanted to look at the spell writing for the new balance spell really quick with you guys. Because I did look at it before, and I was like, I need to look at this one last time before I go into the library. So, if it's 450 and I'm losing 1 pip out of this, it's doing 550 because I have a negative 25. As I said before, a negative 25 weakness is 1 pip. Now, I have yet to ask any deaths on what the death spell max is, but I'm just gonna I'm trying to reference. If it's anywhere above 500 damage, not 500, if it's anywhere between 600 and 650, what in great minds were they thinking with the damage per pip? Because if I'm gaining almost 125 damage just to get to tier 5, and I don't understand where the whole moral, because it is an extra hit. I can't see it being any more than 650. Yo! We got it on it for balance. Yes! Oh, thank you. So, does that mean That would mean that my other... No. What? So instead of a 25, I have a 30. But the hex was always a 30. So, does that mean if the TC for balance is 30 and not 25, I would say it's kind of a buff, but not really? I'm just glad that I'm kind of glad and kind of not, because it is my class, where it should have been buffed up to 35 and I would have gotten a 45 trap. But I'm not super pissed because that would be a little excessive, especially when it comes down to the, yeah, this thing right here. Alright. So, does that mean that there's been a change to Firecat? I'm not seeing a difference. Yeah, I'm not seeing a difference. I know that I'm on a max, but there should be some character, or one character like right here. I must have to make a new character or something to experience it. I might go and check out Cyclops as well, just because. Okay, so I wanted to mention something. Right in this area, I saw somebody. I saw this girl right here. Level 9, might I add. She did get experience right in this area. So does that mean just besides Firecat, does that mean that Cyclops Lane also got a true first-time user experience? Because I don't remember somebody being in this one spot right here. I might really have to make another character. I'm really curious. But I don't think I really know anything else that I could think of. I don't want to go through the notes either, because I'm already pushing 30 minutes. I don't think there's anything else, guys. Besides, first time user experience, the pre-quest to Lemuria, and I think that's it. In both of them, I would either have to quest and then come back to record it, but I don't want to do something in Test Realm and spoil myself with the rest of Carmelli in Test Realm right now. So I'm not wanting to do that. But besides that, I would really, like, with the bottom of my heart, I really would like some kind of way to remove a weakness but not lose a blade in the process. Even if it has to be like remove all my blades and all my weaknesses instead of like if it's a duplicate, that's fine. I'll remove everything except for the duplicate weakness because it's not gonna be fair. Because no other person can do that. But to remove the stack, I would like to be able to hit and then get a blade out of it. Or a spell that would cause me to have to like use one pip or something to remove something. Even if it's not all the weaknesses, but at least something to remove one out of the stack would be really nice for balance. Or even, like I said, a hit that gives me a blade for like a weak hit. Kind of like Fire Beetle or something in that nature. Just something that would give me a benefit instead of a negative side effect. Because if Death can do that, and they're known for their weaknesses and their negative stuff, Balance is too. Why is Death able to do it but not me? I don't know. But besides that, guys, I love you all. If you guys want more content from me, I do have a second channel. It's down in the description and at the end of my videos. Highly recommend. But besides that, I love you all. If you want to support both channels, go ahead. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you all. And Ragers, out, guys.